and welcome to the first module and the first lecture of the module. We are going to be talking about self-harm, or basically explaining what it is. Now, self-harm, when you think of self-harm, you think of the usual or this stereotypical cut-in, so, oh no, I can't live anymore. Well, it's not just that. And in fact, self-harm is not about taking your life, it's about hurting yourself without the intent to die, or with the intent to put yourself into a hospital in a critical condition. It's just stimulating the nerve endings enough to cause a painful reaction, but not enough to kill you. Now, self-harm is in very different forms, it varies. And it can vary from multiple different people, so it's not just the typical, oh, dark hair, put in your face, emo type thing. It can vary from anyone with a very good social background or a very good life, and it occurs in a very stressful situation. So it doesn't matter what end of the spectrum you're on, it can affect anyone. Now, there are multiple ways to hurt yourself. There is obviously cutting, as I said before. There's bumming, which is basically hitting the skin repeatedly in order to cause permanent, well, not permanent damage, but damage to the skin cells. There is also excessive rubbing. You might find people scratch themselves or even pull their hair out, which they might try and cover up with a cap or something on their head, like a bandana. Now, people will do this to achieve a feeling of relief. So it's a release course. They can do it to feel relieved, to feel powerful, like they're in control of their life. If they've got a chaotic situation going on, then that's the only way that they feel they have any form of control over anything. Now, the statistical manual. The DSM-5, which is other known as the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, which is an association in America, believes that there are two groups of mental health, which obviously we won't go into because it does get very, very scientific, and we only want to give you the basics of what self-harm is so it's easy to keep track of. Now, unfortunately, there are some things that people will misjudge and misclass as self-harm. This is not self-harm. I must make that very, very clear. These things are not self-harming. Self-harm is you putting yourself in a painful situation. If someone else is harming you, that is not self-harm. So this is tattooing, body piercing, maybe a ritualistic or cultural ritual. That is not self-harm. Self-harm is basically what it says on my packet. Self-harm. You are hurting yourself. Now, this can vary on the different periods of time that it happens. It's not like you have a week planner, it's just you look on the calendar, oh, I'm going to harm myself on Monday and then I'm going to do it next week on Wednesday. It doesn't happen. It is a trigger and a stress controller. It's not planned. If it's planned, then it's not really self-harm. It's just someone trying to get attention, or you don't plan. There are obviously certain triggers, not just situations. It could be something to do with a mental disorder. There are stereotypical movement disorder, there's self-injury, this is falling into the category of hairpulling. There is autism spectrum disorder. If you wish to find out any more on this, you can find it on the PowerPoint, which is on the Open Learning website, which you can download at any point in time if you wish to go into it anymore. Now, a lot of people will try and give you just the two categories for the first two criteria of diagnosis for self-harm, which again falls into the DSM-5. when talking to someone who does self-harm, you can't push them for an answer, because sometimes they don't know. Sometimes they just know it helps them control their situation. It's when you do something when you're scared, you go to a certain object or to a certain person and you don't know why. But you know it because it gives you comfort, control, it makes you feel safer or more comfortable with what's going on. So people who self-harm can't always give you an answer, if at all an answer, because they don't know. It's just a safety mechanism that they use to cope with their situation. Like when we were younger. Oh no, there's a thunderstorm outside, run to mum. It's kind of like that, but it's just a varied metaphor, if you will. Now, it is said that non-suicidal and self-injury often starts in early teen years. So this can be, what you think as teens, so 12, 13, we'll just say. So just to recap, what we've discovered on the slide so far is that we can deduce that self-harm is not a mental disorder in itself. Self-harm is not a mental disorder. It is just a coping mechanism. However, the lines do get rather foggy when you go to different doctors and paediatrics, and whoever you go to will give you very different examples of what they believe it is. There is no standard line for what it is. There's no definitive meaning of self-harm other than you harm yourself. Again, it can vary from anyone, from adult to child, to any form of background. This can be caused by bullying. This is a fairly common factor that it is caused by bullying, but it can also be triggered by own situations. But a lot of it has to do with stress and lack of power, control, or emotion. I know someone who self-harms sometimes because she can't feel anything, and she's angry at herself for not being able to feel any emotions. She thinks if she does it, it will give her some form of life back. She'll feel sad, she'll feel great. But this is why this course has been designed, for you to help you understand what it is and help people who just want to be heard. Again, all of these are on the Open Learning website. All of these are on the Open Learning website, and you can download it at any point. I know, you should have realised that self-harm is far more than you first thought. It's not just all about the voice of the public, it matters about the voice of the person. And unfortunately that has got lost over the years. It doesn't matter if a person has so many friends and so many family. I've got 99 friends, I've got 50 friends or whatever. It doesn't matter how many people they have around them. They'll still have that form of insecurity that they feel they need to put in place. And it doesn't matter how much support they get. They can have an entire avalanche of support and help and need that they have, but it still doesn't stop. It's always there. The nagging feeling at the back of your head, you know, when you forget something and you can't remember what it is you're forgetting. It's always back there, reminding you that that can help, or it can help you cope with a situation. And it doesn't matter where you are, but Unfortunately, the support of friends and family does not reduce the thought of suicidal intentions or suicidal thoughts. Self-injuring behaviours is not just a mechanism for relieving pain. And I know I have been saying, well, this is what it is. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying what I know. Self-harm is seen as so much more than just hurting, and in the next lecture it'll be focusing on one aspect of self-harm that is one aspect of self-harm. But if you do want to go onto the Open Learning website, you'll be able to find this, and please do not assume we know all of self-harm methods. There are more people who are creative. That's not to say that we still can't try and help them.